In 1978 and 1979 in Managua, Nicaragua, that was the beginning of the World Peace Project, one of the first World Peace projects. And I was one of the 4 initiators on the ground in Nicaragua. I was with Armando Pascasio, Pepe Gordon, Marquitos Smythe, helping to teach TM, move people around, prepare the hotel for the arrival of 129 coherence-creating Sidhas. And we spoke to the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health. We were so busy, but at the very beginning, we had a few problems because it was toque de queda, which means curfew. It was illegal to meet in groups. And every week during the 3.5 months of the World Peace Project, every week we spoke on the phone to Maharishi. And we wanted to give him good news from the start, but at the beginning it was difficult. I was too shy to be the person that spoke to Maharishi on the phone. I was probably 24 at the time, but we let Armando speak to Maharishi. But the 4 of us huddled around the phone, and during those conversations, he told us what to do, where to go, who to speak to. And one thing that I remember clearly is that he repeated a few times, making it very obvious to us that any leader, any dictator, any president is really an innocent reflector of the collective consciousness of that nation. And for that reason, we should not look at the news with seriousness and hate one candidate or love the other politician. We should have the attitude of we're watching a soap opera on TV. Just be a little bit detached and don't take it too seriously, because it is an illusion. And what's really working current events and world events is fluctuations in the collective consciousness of the world. And Maharishi would always ask, what did Somoza do today? Where did he go? And one time Somoza, the dictator, he got off the plane and sprained his ankle. And Maharishi was very interested in that, because the president really, in many levels, is reflecting the collective consciousness. And I'm telling you that because right now, some of my friends are taking the news too seriously and getting a little bit irritated by what they see on the news, which is an illusion to begin with. Anyhow, one other thing that you have to know about this World Peace Project that will help you so much right now during this phase transition is that after the 4 months, the big group left before Christmas, but Armando, Pepe, and Marquitos and I, we stayed for another month, just finishing initiations, clearing up this and that detail in Nicaragua. And we noticed during that month that on the news, the world news and the US news, that everybody was so happy that Nicaragua turned out to be peaceful, that they had these advances in business, the crops came in on time, and there really was peacefulness during those 3.5 months. And guess who took credit for that? Well, Somoza took credit for it, but in the international news, the President of the United States, Jimmy Carter at the time, he took credit for that peacefulness and said that his mediation team that he sent to Nicaragua created peace in Nicaragua. Well, Armando and Pepe and I, we looked at each other and we rolled our eyes and we chuckled a little bit and smiled. But we were happy. We were so happy because we knew that the real mover and shaker of the world, the real impetus for peace, is the invisible, unbounded field of creative intelligence that we're enlivening when we transcend and when the yogic flyers lift off from the foam. So I'm just telling you this right now because when I think in about 6 months, maybe 10 months, it's going to be so obvious that the United States, that the whole world is much better. Even right now, look at the news. Crime rate is going way down. There seems to be a lot of transparency that's appearing, that a bunch of crimes that were hidden for the last number of years, suddenly these crimes are obvious to everyone. And this transparency is a function of increased fluidity of the collective consciousness. So when everything is obviously better and clearly getting to be heaven on earth, what you have to do is be ready when Donald Trump takes total credit for it. He'll say he did it all. But just do what Pepe and Armando and Marquitos and I did. Look at each other, look at your friends, roll your eyes, chuckle a little bit, and then thank Maharishi and thank the 10,000 groups that we have in the world creating coherence. They deserve all the credit. And I really trust that our scientists of the Age of Enlightenment, they will eventually show the world kind of a dull barrier they have to break, but they will show the world that it really is our credit for bringing peace to the world. So that's my message. I hope I said something useful for you, and thanks for listening, and Jai Gurudev.